Chalo. All right, students, let's go ahead and start the next chapter ka revision. The next chapter is composition levy. Everyone over here, we started learning GST with goods and service. Whenever goods and service will be supplied, GST will be levied. But then some people went ahead and told the government, sir, please give us a simpler scheme. And the simple scheme ka name was composition levy. Means a composition levy is a scheme which is basically a simpler scheme given to small traders whose turnover is up to 1.5 crore. And if you are in the state of Mantas, then the limit is how much? 75 lakhs. Let's go ahead and understand composition levy. Baba, always remember composition levy is an option which is given. Either you can be under normal scheme or you can go for composition scheme. How does composition scheme start? Sir, first of all, we have to go ahead and see the turnover of a person in the preceding financial year. If my turnover in the last year is up to 1.5 crore or 75 lakh excluding interest or discount, then in the current financial year, I will be given an option. The option is that I can go for composition scheme. Right, everyone? And the option is given to whom? The eligible person in the scheme are MTR, manufacturer, trader, and restaurant. Manufacturer always pays 0.5% and 0.5% of the turnover. Trader will always pay 0.5% and 0.5% of the taxable turnover which is there. Only on which tax is there. Only on the taxable turnover he will go ahead and pay how much? 0.5 and 0.5. It means he will not pay on the exempt turnovers. And then the restaurant pays 2.5% and 2.5% of the turnover. Remember, it will always be your obligation to pay. You can't collect it from the customer. If you are an eligible person who has gone for composition, when you buy the goods, you will not get any ITC. When you go ahead and take those goods or services on which reverse charge is applicable, then you have to pay at the reverse charge only at the applicable rates. Reverse charge has to be paid at the applicable rates. If applicable rate doesn't mean 1%, 1%, 5%, it means what? Whatever rate is applicable to that service. If I have taken supposedly GTS service, then I am required to pay 5% under reverse charge. Are you guys clear till here? Then if I am going ahead and supplying, I will not go ahead and issue any tax invoice. I will not collect any GST from the customer. I'll just give them a bill of supply. When I give them a bill, they will not get any input tax credit. Now, who are the people who are ineligible for composition scheme? Always remember, people who are ineligible for composition scheme are manufacturers of pan masala, aerated water, ice cream, and ice cream and other edible ice or tobacco. Also, additionally, if you are a person who is supplying, not supplying, manufacturing fly ash bricks, fly ash blocks, or fly ash aggregates. Again, the word with 90% or more fly ash content has been deleted. So, if you are a person who is a manufacturer of pan masala, aerated water, ice cream, tobacco, fly ash bricks, bricks of fossil meal or similar siliceous earth, building bricks or earthen or roofing tile, then also you are ineligible. Remember, manufacturers are ineligible, traders are eligible. The next one over here is interstate outward supplier of goods or service. So if you are supplying from one state to another goods or service, you will become ineligible for composition. You can't do taxable supplies, exempt supplies, not even branch transfer outside the state. If you do, you will become ineligible for composition scheme. Then they are telling supplier of non-taxable goods or service is also ineligible, and NRTP or CTP is also ineligible. Sir, if I am a person who is supplying through e-commerce operator, which e-commerce who will deduct TCS, then also I am ineligible. And the last one is service providers other than restaurant. And Baba, if you are a service provider who is supplying little service, then it is okay. Means if you are a person who is restaurant or catering, then also you are eligible. Or if you are going in and providing services up to 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher, then also you are eligible under section number 10(1) and you can be under composition scheme. So who are the people under composition who are eligible? MTR, manufacturer, trader, restaurant. Manufacturer pays 1% of turnover, trader pays 0.5 of taxable turnover, and restaurant pays 2.5 and 2.5 from their own pocket. Who are the people who are ineligible? Mines, manufacturer of pan masala, aerated water, ice cream, tobacco, fly ash bricks, blocks or aggregates, or building bricks of fossil meal or similar siliceous earth, or earthen or roofing tile. Manufacturer, then the second one, interstate outward supplier of goods or service. Who are the ineligible person? MINES. Manufacturer, interstate outward supplier, non-taxable goods or services का supplier. NRTP, CTP. E for person supplying through e-commerce, and S for service providers. But a restaurant and catering is the service which is allowed, and little services is allowed. Can I go ahead, everyone? Always remember one thing. Whenever you are seeing the last year turnover of a person, you have to see 1.5 crore in whose case? 1.5 crore in case you are in the state of Oja, and 75 lakh is applicable if you are in the state of Mantas. What do you mean by Mantas, everyone? Meghalaya, Mizoram, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Tripura, Uttarakhand, and Sikkim. For you, the limit is 75 lakh. If you are in the state of Himachal Pradesh, other state, Jammu and Kashmir, and Assam, for you the limit is 1.5 crore. My question is, if by chance you are there here also and here also, what limit will apply to you? Lower limit will apply. If you are there, might be in the state of Assam also and Arunachal also. For Assam it is 1.5, Arunachal it is 75. Lower limit will be applicable to you. If you for you the turnover limit will be applicable is how much? 75 lakhs. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, sir, if my turnover in the last year is up to 1.5 crore or 75 lakh, I have to exclude what? Interest or discount. Then in the current financial year, I'll be eligible for composition. How to take composition? Always remember, if you are taking composition scheme for the first time, when you are filing your part B of GST REC 01, you just have to tick and your registration will come as composition. But if you are a registered person who is switching from normal scheme to composition scheme, then you have to go online and you have to file one form GST CMP 02. Always remember, whenever you are taking composition, all the registrations which are under your PAN have to come inside composition together, and hence if you file one intimation for your PAN wise, then it is enough. You don't have to file in every state. Now, you are going ahead and carrying on composition. Supposingly, one day you cross the threshold limit. In between the year, you cross the threshold limit, or you want to go out of composition, or you violate the condition and you become ineligible. The day you violate, from the very next day, Baba, the day you violate, you will become what? Ineligible for composition. And now what will happen? So supposingly, here I cross the turnover. Now what will happen, everyone? Once you cross the turnover, you will become a normal registered person. You can take the ITC and you can charge GST by issuing tax invoice. And also, you have to go online and file CMP 04 within 7 days of the event. Sir, I want to do self withdrawal. Baba, the day you want to withdraw, before that, please go ahead and file CMP 04. Can we go ahead, everyone? So what did I tell you till now? I went ahead and told, if your turnover in the last year is up to 75 lakh or 1.5 crore excluding interest or discount, then in the current financial year, you will be eligible for composition. If you are a person who is eligible, then sir, you can opt for composition, but it has to be opted PAN wise, all India basis together. I have two registration under my PAN. Both have to come inside composition together, or can I do one composition and one non-composition? Not possible. Both have to come under composition together, and if they want to go out, both have to go out together. Then I told you, if you are a person under composition, eligible is MTR and ineligible person is mines. Now, they have gone ahead and told, if you are a manufacturer, trader, or a restaurant, you are allowed to supply services up to how much? 10% of turnover in state or UT. excluding interest or discount in preceding financial year, or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. So how much services can I provide? Little services. Last year ka whatever my turnover was there, of that 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. Right, everyone? And last year ka turnover, when I see, I have to exclude interest or discount, and then I will go ahead and provide. So for an example, if I tell you my last year ka turnover in the state of Delhi, my turnover in the state of Delhi was 50 lakh. No, 80 lakh. Can you tell me? And interest income of last year was 10 lakh. Can you tell me in this year how much services I can go ahead and provide? 80 lakh ka 10% is 8 lakh or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. I have to always exclude interest while calculating this 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher also. Now, in the current year, I can provide 8 lakh ka services. In the current year, if I have interest income, that will not be included in this. 8 lakh is purely your other services. Can I go ahead, everyone? So, interest is to be excluded from everywhere. Now, after calculating 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher, exclude what? Interest or discount in the current financial year also. Sir, what are the various returns and forms we have to file for every quarter? When the quarter ends by 18th, you have to go ahead and make the payment of the tax and file CMP08. Annually, once the year gets over by 30th April, you have to file GSTR4 annually by 30th April. Once the year gets over by 31st December, you have to file annual return GSTR 9A by what date? By 31st of December. If you are a person who is under composition, on your bill, you have to go ahead and write, I am a composition taxable person and I am not eligible to collect tax on my supply. On your notice board, on your head, basically notice board or your billboard, also you have to write you are a composition taxable person. Then the next one over here is, sir, I want to get inside composition. When you want to get inside composition, you can get in only at the beginning of the year, and you have to file CMP02. Once you get inside composition, you don't have to file CMP02 every year. Once filed, till you become ineligible or you get out, always you don't have to file CMP02. Once filed, it will continue. So CMP02 not required to be filed every year to continue under composition. Tell me one thing, when I am going ahead and checking whether I am eligible for composition or not eligible, preceding financial year, supposingly I have turnover in Delhi as 80 lakh and I have turnover in UP as 60 lakh, what will I see? I will see turnover or I will see aggregate turnover? I will always see aggregate turnover, and if the aggregate turnover is up to 1.5 crore, then current year I will be eligible. So whenever you are seeing the eligibility, you'll always see aggregate turnover. Tell me one thing, in the current year, my turnover in Delhi was supposedly 20 lakh. When I am making the payment and my turnover in UP was 30 lakh, UP was how much? 30 lakh. When I am making the payment, will I make on the basis of aggregate turnover or turnover in state? Turnover in state. So Delhi का turnover पे Delhi में I'll pay CGST and SGST, and UP में for UP का turnover I'll pay CGST and SGST. So when you see whether you are eligible or not, you see aggregate turnover. But when you make payment, you will make payment on the basis of turnover in that state. Sir, when I have to maintain accounts and records, then also every state wise you will have to go ahead and file return and you will have to maintain records. Now, the next one is for determining the tax payable. Baba, very simple. Supposingly, for the year 2021, if I go ahead and tell you this is my first year of operation, from the 1st of April up to supposingly 40 lakh is the turnover over here, 60 lakh is the turnover over here, and I have an interest income of 20 lakh. Can you tell me this is my first year of operation? For an example, this is my first year of operation, or till now I am not registered. Can you tell me on what amount I will be required to pay tax? When I am saying on what amount I have to pay tax, I will always exclude from 1st of April up to the date of becoming liable for registration. That turnover is to be excluded, and I also have to exclude interest income, and on this income I'll have to go ahead and pay tax. So tax payable, whenever you are seeing, always you have to pay tax on what amount? On the turnover, excluding the turnover from 1st April up to the date of becoming liable, and you have to exclude interest. Now, next year 21-22, if I want to see whether I'm eligible or not, I will see aggregate turnover of the preceding year. Can you tell me preceding financial year ka aggregate turnover? Always remember, you will take 60 lakh plus you will also include the turnover from 1st April up to the date of becoming liable. So your aggregate turnover of the last year will be how much? 1 crore, and hence you will be eligible. So that's what they are telling. For determining tax payable, always you have to exclude from the turnover supplies from 1st April up to the date of becoming liable, and you have to exclude interest or discount. But for the purpose of determining eligibility, whether I'm eligible or not, last year ka turnover when you see, you will see from 1st of April up to the date of becoming liable, plus after that wala turnover also. So you will go ahead and include supplies from 1st April up to the date of becoming liable, but you will always exclude from turnover or aggregate turnover interest or discount. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, if you are a person who is ineligible under section number 10.1, that is, you are ineligible under section number 10.1, you are not eligible as a manufacturer, trader, restaurant, or you are ineligible under section number 10.2, then government went ahead and told you will be given an option under section number 10.2a. What is section number 10.2a telling? Section number 10.2a says it's an option to whom? Registered person with aggregate turnover less than equal to 50 lakhs in the preceding financial year, excluding interest or discount. So if your turnover in the last year was up to 50 lakh, then in the current financial year up to a turnover of 50 lakh, you can go for an option of section number 10.2a. But 10.2a is available only if you are ineligible under section number 10.1 or 10.2. They are telling you just have to pay 3% CGST and 3% SGST, that is 6% tax has to be paid of the turnover in state or union territory. Of which turnover? Turnover in state or union territory, excluding any interest or discount. The condition is your last year turnover should be up to 50 lakh and you should be ineligible as a manufacturer, trader or restaurant. Only then you will be eligible under section number 10.2a. Basically, this scheme was created for service provider or those people who are manufacturers and also providing services more than that 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. So for those people, government went ahead and created this 10.2a. Last year ka turnover up to 50 lakh. Current financial year up to a turnover of 50 lakh, you can go ahead and pay tax at the rate of 6%. But here also, the condition is that your aggregate turnover in the last year should be less than equal to 50 lakh. You should be ineligible as a manufacturer, trader, restaurant, means you are ineligible under section number 10.1 or 10.2. Then you can come to 10.2a, and 10.2a also says who are the people who are ineligible under 10.2. 10.2a also people who are mines nahi, only mine people. M means manufacturer of pan masala, aerated water, ice cream, tobacco, then fly ash bricks of fossil meal or similar siliceous earth, building bricks or earthen or roofing tile, then these people are ineligible. If you are interstate outward supplier, then also you are ineligible. Non-taxable goods ka supplier, NRTP or CTP, or if you are supplying through e-commerce who is going to deduct TCS, then Baba, you people are ineligible under section number 10.2a also. Why didn't I write S over here? Because this scheme is principally for service provider. Hence, you can't say that service providers are only ineligible. And hence, who are ineligible under section number 10.2a? Mine. Can I go ahead, everyone? All other condition for section number 10.2a people also remain same. Only thing, last year ka turnover up to 50 lakh. 50 lakh for all states. Any state you are there, 50 lakh only. Last year ka turnover up to 50 lakh. In the current financial year up to 50 lakh, you can go for 10.2a and you can pay how much tax? 6%. Now, everyone over here, one small point over here is section number 10.5. If you are a person who is not eligible for taking composition scheme, but still you are going ahead and taking composition scheme, and proper officer has reason to believe that you are not eligible under composition or you have done contravention, you have done something wrong, but still you are continuing with composition scheme, then first of all, proper officer will give you a show cause notice. You will have to reply to him. He likes your reply, then he will allow. If he doesn't like, he will reject composition scheme. Always remember, if the officer goes ahead and rejects composition scheme for you, you paid only 1% tax. You should have paid 18% might be tax on your goods or service. Differential tax has to be paid along with penalty. Just for your knowledge, what is the difference between normal scheme and composition scheme? Normal person, the GST is paid under section number 9. Composition scheme, section number 10. Normal scheme, the rate is 5%, 12%, 88 and 28. Composition scheme, the rate is 1%, 1%, 5% or 6. Normal person generally files a return on 20th of next month. Composition person goes ahead and pays the tax when? Baba, normal person pays on 20th. Composition dealer quarterly by 18. Normal person files GSTR 3B and annual return GSTR 9. Composition dealer files GSTR 4, annual return GSTR 9A. Normal person issues tax invoice. Composition dealer issues bill of supply. Normal person can take ITC, can charge GST, set off and pay balance. Composition dealer can't take ITC, and on his supplies he has to go ahead and pay from his own pocket in cash. Right, everyone? Here we are done with a small and sweet chapter. Remember always, MTR are eligible and ineligible are mines. Both these people ineligible can come to 10 to A. When they come to 10 to A, they can take 10 to A only if their last year turnover is up to 50 lakhs, and they have to pay how much tax? 6%. Right, everyone? I'll stop my revision on composition scheme over here. Have a great day, everyone. Done.